Let's look at the three best friends there for a bit, and let's take some cues from the chat.
That anybody could have. We're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends that anyone could have.
I would fucking party with us.
Okay, so Kilo C says, like and subscribe. Do it now before you get abused by prison talk.
Hooping, you got to hoop alike.
JJ saying, I mean, he went from Dak to Watson. That's a hell of a QB duo he has.
Carr, Dak, Watson. I mean, Carr's no schlub. He's not the greatest, but that's a good trio of quarterbacks that he's had.
And Kilo C saying the whole AFC West. We're talking about who's making the moves. He's saying the whole AFC West.
Oh shit, yeah. I don't know if a team like can 4 teams make playoffs now? Playoffs? No, I think I'm trying to think.
I think they
how many
can.
wild card? There's 3 wild card spots now. Yeah, a whole fucking division could make the playoffs. Playoffs.
So obviously Von Miller going to the Bills doesn't necessarily. I mean, I think if anything, it's a weird move, but it doesn't really. It's not going to change.
The guy's what 33, and they just gave him a 6-year, $170 million contract. Fucking, that's strange.
Well.
Strange.
Yeah, but is it gonna be one of those kick the can type of scenarios?
I bet you it's very like there's incentives in it that they can get away from it easy if they need to.
If Russell Wilson can kind of gel a little bit with the Broncos, I think that's been a great move for the Broncos.
Hell yeah.
Juju going to Kansas City has been also a pretty big snag for them to just kind of help.
Absolutely. Wow. That's that right there. That is, Adam, I didn't even think about that because that they did lose Chandler Jones, so the defense got worse, but now that offense is like 45, considering they keep everyone else.
I was hoping that we would maybe take a swing at the Chandler Jones there. I was kind of hoping that maybe we would take a run at one of these big tier defensive ends once we lost out on Randy Gregory. I mean, I'm glad as fuck we did not go for Von Miller for the amount he's going for.
For sure.
So,
I mean, so JJ saying if Steven keeps doing free agency like this, Dak might ask for a trade in about 2 years. He needs to go somewhere and win before he wastes time.
Okay. I have a little, someone messaged me on the IG and they had a little rumor. Well, or maybe not even a rumor, but a little bit of a conspiracy.
Inside scoop?
Well, I don't know.
Inside scoop?
I don't know.
Watson to Coop?
I don't know if at football dude 69 knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
But
at football dude 69 knows everything.
But what are you saying? And I like this conspiracy. I like conspiracies. I like X-Files. I like all this fun talk. He was saying he thinks that the Cowboys are kind of willing to just go into the season without getting into cap hell the next year. And if they end up losing and doing shitty, they cut ties with Mike McCarthy. And then now they go into the season after hiring Sean Payton with a bunch of ammo and a bunch of money, willing to spend it however Sean Payton wants to.
I mean,
a little bit conspiracy-esque, but I mean, I don't think the reason I don't like it is I don't think any team is willing to not go for it. Although after watching us in free agency, it kind of makes the clock spin a bit.
Out of every single team, we were the last one to make any type of free agency move.
True that. Which was today, which we will get into.
You know what? So Alex, before you prison talk, the what Ant just said, that does feel kind of believable because the whole Mike McCarthy get Sean Payton in, not have the cap issues that you're doing.
Right.
It could make sense with them talking to some of their players like Gallup or like we have no idea. Maybe Sean Payton's like, no, you keep Gallup, you do this, don't do that. Like,
could you imagine if there was shit like that being talked about?
Well, like, look,
would that be crazy?
We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yep.
I mean,
so it's not surprising. It's not like they're just sitting around fucking watching Euphoria on HBO.
I made 5 minutes into that, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I only made it in 5 minutes.
I like it. Anyways, Alex, go ahead.
Let's hear it, babe.
I was gonna say I'm glad you I want it. My conspiracy senses, my Spidey conspiracy senses say like, okay, it would be a real big push for Jerry to do that because I just don't think that he ever wants to be mediocre. But
especially on his deathbed. I'm not saying he's on his deathbed, but he's essentially on his deathbed.
Well, he could be thinking. Yeah, he could be thinking he has 5 years left of 5 good years.
That's what I'm
left.
saying.
Yep.
So every year counts. However, if you do have to look at football for more than the year ahead, as much as fans don't, the team has to do that. That's what the cap demands you doing. So if you're looking at what you have on the roster currently, and then what you can go out and get, and you say, okay, it's just an if this, then that scenario. So we wanted to go out and get these 3 A stars. And if we did, now we're making that push and all eggs are in the basket. However, that didn't happen. Now you have to go to plan B, C, D, whatever that might be. And that might be like,
is this plan B, C, D? I think we're closer to like Q.
Listen, I mean, the only thing that I'm going to fault you on that logic there is the fact that, and I kind of agreed with you at the beginning about Jerry only having 5 years left. All it needs is,
he's old as fuck.
Yeah, but no. All it needs is a Dallas Cowboys nutritionist to go to Jerry and say, you know what, if you want to extend that to 8,
Salt it.
Take that fucking salt out of your
Salt
diet.
it.
Stop salting the shit out of your food, and you'll probably extend it another 8
Maybe
years.
that's what's keeping him prime.
You know what? You're right. It could
no, Jerry knows. Jerry's any nutritionist that Jerry has, he says, okay, right away, salt's out of the question.
Okay, I'm just going to stop you right there. And actually, what's your name? Okay, Maribeth, you're out.
Maribeth.
Maribeth, you're out.
Everyone in Texas has 2 first names.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys.